guys, and welcome to Sammy's Kitchen. I'm Simone, and today I'm going to be making some pinto beans. So what I'm going to be using to season my beans is some dry thyme, garlic powder, mesquite seasoning, a pack of chicken bouillon, black pepper, all-purpose seasoning, onion powder, coriander, and paprika. I also have one onion that I'm going to be putting in there. So if you want to see how this all turns out, stay tuned. Thank you. So over here I have about 2 pounds of pinto beans that I had soaked in from last night. I washed it last night, then soaked it all night. I also washed it again and washed about 2 more times, and then I put it in my pot with about 4 cups of water. You want more water than the beans, the pound of beans that you have. So if you have 2 pounds of beans, you want about 4 cups of water to start with. And as the beans gradually soak up the water and the water starts to decrease, you could go ahead and start add more water if you want it, if you see that it needs more water. So this has been going for only about 25 minutes. So I'm going to be cooking this for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to season up it, and then I'm going to let it cook for additional 30 minutes. Okay, so if you guys want to see how this all turned out, just stick around. Thank you. Okay guys, so to my beans, they've been cooking for about 30 minutes so far. I've added in the pack of chicken bouillon, and I've added in some coriander, and I just give this a stir. I have my temperature going on a medium to low heat. So I'm just going to cover this and let this continue to go for another 30 minutes, and then I'm going to come back again and check and see how tender it is, and at that point I'm going to go ahead and add in my seasonings. Okay guys, so my beans been going for about an hour, and the water has dried out a bit, so I'm going to continue to let it cook for additional 30 minutes, 35 minutes. The beans are almost there. They're not fully cooked all the way to the way I like it. It's still a little hard. I did feel it, and it's still a little hard. See? So I'm just going to let that cook for additional 35 minutes, and then we're going to come back and check it and add, at this point I'm going to go ahead and add our seasoning. And all I did was I went ahead and I mixed it all up in here, and I'm going to add half at a time because I don't want it to be too over seasoned or too salty. Okay. So I'm going to give that a stir, and I'm going to let this cook down for another 35 minutes. And I'm going to come back and test it, and then I'll, if I need to add additional seasoning, I'm going to go ahead and add in the rest of my seasoning. Okay, see you back here in a minute. Okay guys, so my pinto beans has been going for a total of 3.5 hours on a medium to low heat. I cooked it that long because I wanted to make sure it was nice and done. I kept on testing it, and a few beans were still a little hard, so I didn't want to just go ahead and eat hard beans. So it's been cooking for 3.5 hours. I've added in my 1 pack of chicken bouillon seasoning and my teaspoon of coriander. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in my onion and tomato, and then I'm going to add in the rest of my seasonings. So bear with me one moment, and I'll be right back to show you what I did. Okay guys, so I added in my tomato and onions to my beans. I also added in the rest of my seasoning, was the all-purpose seasoning, paprika, mesquite seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, and black pepper. So I added in the rest of those, and everything is good. I'm gonna let this go for about 15 minutes, and then we should be all good. Okay, be right back. Okay, y'all, our beans is done, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut the fire off. I'm gonna scoop some out so you guys can get to see what it looked like. Now you could pair this with some rice. Over rice, it'll be so delicious. You could add meat in here if you want to. I just didn't want to put any meat in here. You could also eat it with some cornbread. However you like to eat your beans, I'm telling you, it'll be good. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Please do share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much.